Hello together. In this video I will have a close look to the AdSense earnings by Google. So if you have a website like me, I'm a developer and I have my private website where there's all my stuff, official website, where I have all my stuff from programming, developing and all the code situations. Then at the moment it's the best way to make some earnings by the advertisings made by Google AdSense. So AdSense is the blog where you have just to drop in some code on your website, and then you will then add this area on HTML, like this. On the HTML area, you will see those result AdSense advertisements. So I found out on my website, especially I can discuss it on my website, my results, but it's important to see the general function of this stuff. Now, when I had a look on my developing on how it was going on with my earnings, then I had at this year, the beginning of this year, I had a lot of page views. This is the red line, page views, and this is the earnings. The blue one is the earnings, and the green one is the how often was clicked on a banner or on an ad. So as you see, I had my site was coming up on this on the beginning of the year, and also the amount of clicks came up. And in this case, it was the same with my earnings. But then suddenly it dropped down. I made some changes. I did was what they said on the Google advertisements, and also the clicks went up. Now I'm about 6,000 page views per day. Although I did this, my amount dropped down. So as you see there, this one, the red line was going up, and the blue one was going down, and even the green one, the amount of clicks went up. So what happened? I found out first that when I analyzed it in the beginning, when I wanted to find out how much money can you make with a website. So a banner, an ad block on the top gets about 20, for me in my case, 25 euros, and all stuff on the top or next to the menu on the top level or left and right side in the main areas makes a lot of money. But also on the bottom side, I made the same amount, the final bottom side, like this one. So Google told me that when I have a list like this one, when I'm at the main entry point, now you will see this. The advertisements comes quite late. So I tried to scroll down, and the menu, the advertise didn't come up. The reason why the amount of click, when I get how much money will I get per click at this time, why did this drop? It dropped by the reason that I had activated for all advertisements that there's a text and picture at the same time. So the big one which I had there is a large leaderboard, and now here you have show me as text or display, and I want to have it only as display. So how can you find out what is to do? First, the previous word. Google, let's say at the moment, Google AdSense is, let's say, the main source of advertisements. Some years ago, when they started with this advertising, they were they boomed up very much, and there was a lot of those other affiliate companies. But meanwhile, it is that Google AdSense makes, let's say, most stuff. I would say I've tested other affiliate companies, banners and all this stuff, but since those banners are advertisings are fixed, then you will you don't earn too much money on that. It's okay. So let's say, and now meanwhile, Google AdSense is the main source where you make some money, but it's not so much money. And you earn the money per click. Now, you have some advertisings, and you don't get it per view. You get the money as often as people click on that. But the relation between clicks and page views is usually the same. So if you have a lot of page views, red line, you will also have a lot of clicks. And I didn't manipulate this row, but then it dropped, and this is because there were those advertisements changed to text. Now Google has a lot of advertisings, and they have a big database where all those advertisings are, and the big companies, they make those picture or animated advertisings by the big advertising companies, and all the other stuff, the small companies, they have an amount about 1,000 euros, and they say, okay, I want some advertisings on, or some links which react on text. So they do nothing else than a text advertising. But the text advertising doesn't get much money. So there's a big bulk of advertisings, and they have something like a brokerage, or they broker. As when I open my site, then there's a brokering in the back side, and then it calculates who will get this advertising. And since there are so many companies there, you will not always be on the top. So, but it happens now that you will get a lot of text advertisings. Now this is this is a simple text advertising. So and how can you get out of this situation when you don't know how to which advertising would be on the best situation? So when you are at your advertising page from AdSense, the site AdSense subsite or subcompany AdSense from Google.com, then you have your advertisings, and you have your optimization. And in the optimization, when you click there, you will find where is it? Here it is. Most people don't know. Here's tests, and when you click on tests, you may add some new tests there. Say test A, and then you take one of your advertisings. I have already all those tests in there, and you say, okay, test for the advertising block. So this is test about text or picture, or picture only, and the winner should be selected. And I've already done this. So you see it here. I checked it for my 300x 600 block. So this is the big one, and I said, okay, please check that. I don't need this anymore. I said, please check that, and the system says, okay, we made 22,000 impressions about those 30 days, and now you have to wait until the Target Zuverlässigkeit. Sorry, translate. Lässigkeit. The real reliability, until the reliability grows up to about more than 90%. So, but even now I will see, and this is always 50%. This is, whenever you begin, it's 50%. But as you see there, now there is selected text and display advertisings. This makes 47 euro cent or cent, and the other one makes 23% more. I mean, 23 or let's say 20% more money is a lot of money. It's if you only have, when you get 100 euros, then you would get 120 or 1,000, and so 1,200. So this is the point what you should check, and then you here's check this version, so it would check this one. But you have to wait a long time there, and I was when I have set up all this stuff on my first time, then I simply set it to my optimum what I thought, and so I made it at the beginning in the right way, but then I made some changings and it dropped, and it's quite difficult to come up again. So what I want to say in this video is, you should go to when you drop your advertisings on your website. By default you may only use 4 advertisings, but as you see there, you can set up as many advertisings as you want. It should be useful. That's all, not only advertisings. And then you should have at the main attraction points, most visible points, let's say when you come in at the top and on the left or right side, there you should select, if it's possible, those image designs where there's an image inside, and not disallow the text version, because you don't make much money on text versions. There's only a few cents if there is anything on there, or if they bring up those stuff where you get no money on that. So whenever you work with Google AdSense, you should check on your optimization, under optimization, run these tests, and then at the final situation you should select the best version. I hope I could help you by this one. As you see, maybe finally, when you have around 6,000 page views per day, then you will get at the end of a month 100 euros. So you need roughly sorry, you need about 60,000 page views per day, and then you will get 1,000 euros per month. So it's quite simple for a website beginner that you won't earn money on your website. That's the point. If you liked it, subscribe me.